everyone, and happy Thanksgiving.
Today we come together to reflect on what we are thankful for and to share our appreciation for one another. Surrounded by family, friends, and those we cherish, we cook our favorite recipes, we share family stories, serve those in need, and give thanks for our blessings.
On Thanksgiving, we also express our gratitude as a nation for our service members and their families who sacrifice so much to protect our nation and our most sacred values.
We are truly grateful for their service.
So again, from our family to yours,
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
The root of this mistake actually came very early on. They didn't run a process. They made an excuse of $317 million in the kitty. They kept the same campaign manager and said, we will anoint this faulted, broken candidate who was inconsequential in her vice presidency, lost in 2019, as you detailed, complete loser in 2020, never could articulate anything, had no compassion for people. And her own advocates, let's not forget this. I remember the minute this happened, I was in Europe. She went on to The View. All those women wanted her to win. They threw her a softball. They threw her a second softball. She was so weak as a candidate, she couldn't even answer that she would do something different. It ricocheted around the world. She was finished.
Well, let me go.
They will never do that again.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
hour, they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords, and they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Welcome once again to a Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX official. And this is the weekly wrap-up. Saturday special edition. And yes, folks, we are here live right now here on a Saturday afternoon. Hopefully everybody is doing well as you are coming in. Please hit that thumbs up button. Share this out on your pages, on your social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or wherever you at. Even if you're on Blue Sky, let those Democrats know they think they need to come over here. And if you are a Black Democrat, you most definitely need to get over here and get on the Black First agenda versus the Blue First agenda. Then that way you can navigate yourselves properly through this political landscape. And next, if you are watching on X right now, come on over here to the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe over here to the Beatzilla PDX official YouTube channel right here on X. And subscribe. Hit the word, hit that notification bell, hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or a video is uploaded or premieres. And then, of course, if you would like to go further, you could subscribe to or join this channel by becoming a member. And with the members, hitting that join button, you'll see certain videos will air first in the members only area. And also there are some videos that will never air for the general public that will remain in the members only area. And there are some things that I think there's a short, I'm debating whether or not I want to do a very short members only live after this broadcast wraps up. So we'll see how it is. I might do that. But for the other stuff that I know YouTube isn't going to put in the algorithm, I might leave that for my members only. Some of that content in the members area. So, because there's some stuff, but I know YouTube probably, they don't want that one on the mass scale. So that would have to be a members only, and you're, privileged to see those things there. So of course, like I said, hit that join button. And with that, you would be in tune here. As you see, when you come over here to the channel, you have to be subscribed to the channel to interact into the chat. That way we eliminate spam and all of the porn links that the bots like to throw into people's chats. So we like to avoid all of that here. And so everybody who is here, you don't have to agree with me, but we will keep the conversation and dialogue respectful. And I right here have a Black First perspective. That's what I give. So for those who are new, just tuning in, just letting you know where we're at with it over here. And thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoy. So as y'all are coming in on both platforms, we like to greet the chat around here. So let's see who we have in the chat thus far. We have Devin Haley in the building. Happy Saturday. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. We have Antithesis in the building. Black First, Valdosta, Georgia. Yes, indeed. Salute to you, my good brother. And thank you for also being a member. Appreciate it. And Devin Haley is coming from Chicago. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Chicago in the house. And cult-like personality in the building. Celebrities STFU, and y'all know what that means. And just perform. Stay in your lane. Ain't no worship here in the streets. Facts. Salute to you, co-like personality. Thank you for being here and being a member. And we have 1010 Farms. That's a dope name. That's new. 1010 Farms, Black First family. I appreciate you for being here on this good Saturday afternoon. That's dope. We need our agricultural side tight and right. So appreciate y'all for being here. So let's get into it. I'll turn that off now. Oh man. So we have had a very interesting week. You've seen Wednesday's broadcast where we were talking about Kamala Harris and her Thanksgiving message to the public, which most people have suspected that she appeared to be under the influence of Thunder Chicken. That's why I named that broadcast Dreams and Thunder Chicken. Because, that's what you're seeing. And something about all of this that's really interesting to me is how all of these people are coming out that were around the campaign, right? So these people were, I guess for all intents and purposes, lying to the general public, telling everybody how everything was okay and she's in a good position to win. And, no, and she never was. And now the truth is coming out that all of these different areas were lying. So that means that the Democratic Party, which we've already known they don't have to tell the people the truth, they did that. Antithesis, thank you for the CashApp donation. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Thank you very much. But what these people have been doing is lying. And they've been lying heavy. They've been telling everybody how well she was doing. And she wasn't doing well at all. She was actually failing in her campaign. And now when you have TV, DNC, the church, the Shields, all of these entities were lying to the people to convince you a loser wasn't losing. They still tell you to this day that she ran a great campaign. Blew through over $1 billion in about less than 4 months. Ended up in $20 million debt. To lose horribly. And what people say is, well, Sonny Holston, half the country did not vote for Kamala Harris. You keep leaving out the third that did not vote. And that is actually a larger number because that's around 91 million. 91 million people sat on the couch. The other 70s split, went to the other candidates. But last time I checked, 91 is a little bit bigger than 70 anything. That tells you, I got water and tea, I'm mixed matching. That tells you that the grassroots has made such a dent that, the people that do actually pay attention to what Black folks are saying. Boule Shields don't understand this. Tethers don't understand this. Black American culture dictates everything. Because here's the one thing that people know. that a lot of people have to, like, I guess, get back in tune with about themselves. Our natural spiritual intuitiveness affords us a certain something, and the rest of the world stays keen to what we're doing to make sure they're never behind. Because at the end of the day, you always have to follow the group of people who can create something out of nothing. See, when you give a bunch of, well, hey, we can just put them over here and forget about them because no one else over there can create. You can't do that with us. That's what they learned. Oh, we'll just let the slaves free. Next thing you know, do you know those Inns got planes? That's the reality of America. All these other people come over here popping that joke. We got it popping. Black folks left out of slavery and they had to destroy Black Wall Street. Nobody has that story. Nobody. Not a one. Not high, not low. Not your people came over here on a boat. Not your people came, we fled, hit, none of it. There is no group on God's green earth that compares to these Black folks descending out of chattel slavery in America, period. And so what they have sold you on is that your word and your collective energy doesn't change things. It brings me to think of how, the church has kind of wasted a lot of people's times in recent years, because they'll have you come together praying for your enemy, just like they did this go around. Oh, you got the church God in Christ. They got this demon sitting up here in a pulpit and you praying, having your people pray for this wolf in sheep's clothing just to further get over on your people. As a spiritual leader, how on earth would you say, have faith in your power that sent you the miracle worker, Anthony Fauci? One of the reasons why I can't play in no black church right now. I heard them foolish words literally come off a Negro's lips. God gave us a miracle through the hands of Anthony Fauci. My days played in that church was the countdown begun then. Negro, what did you just say? We are giving credit to this man? That ain't the church I grew up in. I'm cool. Y'all can have this. This is the I always wanted to live in the big house crowd. I'm good. I'm cool on that. I am cool on that. And overwhelmingly, Black women got duped into, again, duping themselves. Black men who follow the "this is how we get along in society" type of moniker fell right into the trap. Still, though, those numbers are skewed. So what they show you is a percentage, and it says 84, it says 77, but the reality of the matter is that is based on the actual active voters. They're not weighing that against the number of the people who stayed home. If they know who that 91 million is, then they also know the demographic of that. So they gave false numbers, but they're not telling you in a false manner. They're just presenting them worded the way they need it to be worded. So they're letting you know that all of the active voters, this was the percentage that voted for Kamala and voted for Donald Trump. But at the end of the day, it's not really giving you a true percentage of the number of overall Black people who did vote or sat it out. But there are some numbers out there that show that. And again, what are the numbers reflecting? That 2/3 of Black Americans voted for these folks and 1/3 sat it out. So it ends up with the 2/3, 1/3 thing. Go figure. And now the Democrats, if you're paying attention, are already doing some adjustments and moving around. And for some reason, Black folks are completely left behind on this. And I'm confused at whatever these Black folks, those 77% Black men and those 84% or 92 now, we figure 92% Black women, what do you believe in? That would be my question now. What do you believe in? Because we talk about intelligence, we talk about degrees, we talk about schooling, but obviously there's a real hang up with street sense. Because that's 92% of Black women who can't understand the con. I think with some of these bootleg, jackleg preachers, if anything they could preach about would be, how did they capitalize on the spirit of Eve? Just think of what they were pushing. Getting Black men, stop listening to men and get in line and fall behind the women. It's not Sunday, but I guess we have to do a little preaching because that's just the reality of it. So we're hearing angry donors. There are people that are coming out and saying, I was part of the campaign and we were failing from day one. These are people who were actually at the helm. They had all the background information. They were telling you they were failing. No chance of a victory. Turn on The View. Turn on TikTok. Turn on Instagram. Turn on YouTube. What do you see on X? Black men and women crying and complaining about how America let them down. And we're going into captivity. And the world is coming to an end. How many people on this earth or in America have lost their spine? No faith. And one man can have people going so unhinged that their narcissism forces them to record their own meltdowns. And they're crying about getting the 10 Commandments back in the schools. Let me tell you about a few things in the 10 Commandments that wouldn't hurt anybody for absorbing. One, that considering how when they took prayer out of schools, there was something that entered into it. Thou shalt not kill. Took prayer out, now they brought the AR-15 in. Good going. Black America, there's a reason why you need to stop following the Democrats. And I have stressed that enough. I'm from Portland, Oregon. If you want to know how to wreck the world, follow the words of the white woman. It's not men hate women. We understand, and their men understand their objective, which is total destruction. But they're not willing to destroy their own house. Until they are in position and power to do so, they would never do so. But here's one thing you must understand, Black women. To understand the level of hatred against a person, this is something that's a concept is so immensely hard for some people to understand. The best way to hurt somebody is betrayal, not being an open enemy. The sickest joke is one who would befriend somebody to betray them. Unfortunately, we have not just white women who do that. We have Black women who do that. We have Black women in this movement who do that. Like I said, follow where trouble usually always is and conflict always is. There's a reason. We've had agents come around Black empowerment movements forever. And this is open visibility of success in certain points of the mind control of Black America. How on earth can these many people come out and tell Black folks we were losing? We knew we were losing. We literally lied to you to try to win. And Black folks came out on the week of Thanksgiving and said, you shouldn't be with your family because they didn't vote your way. Here's the other thing they did. And I warned everybody about this. Why do you think they keep showing you, Kamala, in all of these compromising positions? Notice one word you're not hearing. Indian. This Indian woman, Kamala Harris, failed. This Indian woman, Kamala Harris, is looking drunk every time you see her. Drunk auntie Indian woman, Kamala Harris, is what everybody needs to be saying because she's the first Indian senator to be sworn in. We don't need to be talking about Black women. But yet and still, we're not talking about drunk Indian women. We're looking at this Indian woman who's, you can have your fortune, and they're so quick and eager to run out and put that on Black women. This is another trick of your enemies. Here's the other aspect of it. Got devils walking past all day, huh? The other trick is you have Kamala Harris, some sister girl. All of these Black women did all of this work for this woman, and there's no Black women around her to even advise her. Clearly, there's not. You know how much so there's no Black women around her? She thought doing something like this made sense. And then the digital media team behind her said, and if you guys have noticed, the wording in all of these posters pretty much identical. While Trump is sitting in Mar-a-Lago with all of his rich buddies, here she is getting ready to feed the poor with tubs of greens that are in storage containers. She has her Indian nieces here with her Jewish husband and some random Black cook, I guess. And so here they are with the greens and tubs, and they're talking about drippings at Mar-a-Lago. Okay, so he hosted a Thanksgiving dinner. This is not even feeding the poor. This is a complete photo op because those are raw greens in tubs. What actually are you going to do here? Because you're not at a sink, so you're not washing these greens. You're not like cutting them. It's literally just tubs of greens. I made collard, turnip, mustard greens. I had to wash them off. I had so many, so I, like many others, you wash out your sink real good, and the kitchen sink, and then you put them in there, and then of course for those, I don't know, my grandmother's from Arkansas, so we were, you soak them and salt them and soak them and vinegar them down and let them sit in there, and then you come back and then you wash all them individual leaves off, and then you gonna go cut them. What the hell is this? And then for anybody who's really cooking greens, which I don't even know if they could tell the difference between turnips and collards, but collards would be the only one thing in your pot that needs the extra long cooking. Everything else is going to be around like if you were cooking kale. So yeah, just the whole concept of what she doesn't know about actually cooking greens is amazing to me. And people are like, y'all worried about how this woman cooks greens. Yeah. Because I know when things are being said to me that don't make sense. And so, and all of these people came out and was like, yeah, look at her, she's feeding the poor. No, she's taking pictures with greens. Raw greens. Woo! What a win. Man, she's changing things. The culture is changing, man. We miss because we didn't vote for her. Lord. In the Mix Radio, what's going on, my brother? Thank you for being here. And yeah, she is from St. Louis and still a loudmouth mammy. She's an old bear when she's dead. Cool Reality Grand Negus, what's going on? Yes, indeed. From Greenwood. That's right, Black Wall Street. Salute to you, my good brother, man. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a member. Yes, indeed. Checking in from Black Wall Street. And we have Black Spider in the building. Good to see you, my good sister. My I-5 connection partner. Thank you for being here on this Saturday and being a member. We also have Cynthia Newman in the house. Greetings, Cynthia Newman and chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And DSM Sinister Zaddy worshiper Jennifer Lewis out here spewing her anti-black man hate and anti-black hostilities towards us. Shea Butter Wackademic. Smarter than thou goofies. I know that's right. Man, ain't that the truth? That's the other thing. They're smarter than thou. Thank you. That puts it beautifully, because these folks are such pompous. Man, education, and you ain't got the street smarts to know that you being duped when they telling you we lying to you. You kidding? Nobody need to be listening to y'all. No longer asleep. Yes, indeed. Cray. Ain't that the truth? I remember this. You changed your name. No longer asleep. Thank you for being here. I remember the hairdo. I remember the thumbnail. I just can't remember the name. But thank you for being here. And let's see who else we got in the building. We got a good brother, dark-skinned brother in the building. Salute to you. And thank you for being here and being a moderator and member as well. Salute, and always a pleasure to have you in the building, my brother. And we also got the Church of Black Power in the building. Just give it up already. You're lost. Kid Gravity voice. Yeah, man. it's going to be interesting to see how these people try to get along. And there's something I want to read here that I found an article from one of the ex. She's an ex-aide, so it's going to be pretty interesting. And salute to you, man. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a member. Appreciate it. Phantom Beat, hey, good brother. Salute to you, my brother. Thank you for being here on this good Saturday afternoon. And we have C. Terry in the building. Salute to you. Thank you for being here, Black First. And we got Sensei FBA Marv. Yes, indeed. Oh, man, it's all good. If you're late, man, you're still on time, my good brother. Thank you for being here. It is a good Saturday afternoon, man, and we are just really getting rolling. We only been rolling for about a little bit over a half hour now, so you are not that late. And then nothing, man, for those who have seen what was going on, this is one of the things that happened this week, this photo op, and then all of the Democratic shills that came out and said it posted the exact same thing. And I had to say, well, where's the video of her actually like serving the people? Because that's whoever is around her. This is what we're talking about. Stop treating the American public like we're idiots. That is ridiculous. Lady Effa in the building. Thank you for being here. Her speech was so cringe. Yes, indeed it was. Oh, they call her drunk auntie. Yeah, drunk auntie is correct. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. And Keith in the building. Yes, indeed. That's barely enough for them to eat. Man, come on now. And who you feeding? No, we're going to be feeding the hungry. Stop it. Now, where they're at. Now, granted, I'm sure that the brother in the organization of that kitchen, because I've seen them before, and then this is something they do. So, yeah, I believe that they were eventually going to carry out serving, but I find it amazing that this was the photo op versus a photo opportunity of her actually like serving up the people. Okay. If the next move is California governorship, wouldn't this be a great opportunity to go back to Oakland? Not even stay in DC. Wouldn't this be the perfect opportunity to go to Oakland and do the whole, I'm just out of my political marketing mind, my strategic mind, it would say, instead of being in DC taking pictures with greens, it's better to get the hands on the ground video of interacting with the people. Come on, man. We got Jim Clyburn to do that. He out there sipping with the people. Come on. People should be able to get that vibe off for you. Jim Clyburn ain't ish. His district is the poorest of the poor. But you know what that brother gonna do? He gonna sit up there and pull up with you and have a plate of food with you. It's unfortunate that's all he gonna do. But what I am saying is, who is around this woman? And who's advising her? Obviously, she doesn't have any black advisors. It's very clear. So even after losing and saying, this is how we'll save it and salvage the next move. Let's take a picture here. No, you get your butt to California. What are you doing? And so you go to California, you go do the whole, this is where the Black Panthers started the food program. And man, you talking about missing opportunity. It's left and right. And you can't keep black folks. Stop blaming other black folks for paying attention to what's happening. They itch the bed, not us. I'm so sick. I'm just thinking about how half the America I hate right now. You hate half of America right now? What's wrong with you? Angela Rye went up there, Black Spider. Did you see the video to where Angela Rye was sitting out in front of Fame? Like, if you don't get yourself from around here. I just had to come home. And she doing the cards. Right now, I'm just sitting out in front of First AME. You know, this is one of the historic black churches. What are you doing over there? And she gonna go post up in front of Fame. If you don't move along, sis. Shoot, say what's up to Carrie for me. Yeah, well, get out of here. What he's at? He's at Allen, ain't he? Yeah, Carrie at Allen. I don't know who's over there at Fame right now. A matter of fact, it was their presiding elder that is the Negro that I'm talking about that was, Lord bless us with the miracles from the hands of Anthony Fauci. And you gonna go over there like that's some kind of solace? Man, please. Hey, I love my family over there. I love y'all to death, but I just can't do that silly shit. Who, Lord? I'm just saying. Dark Skin Brother, what's going on, man? With the $5 super chat, thank you. People like Jim Clyburn and others like him, rather, it's he or she. They're not leaders, they're followers. They are hirelings. That is absolutely correct, sir. And thank you for that super chat. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours, man. I appreciate it. You're absolutely correct, man. And here's another one. He says, Dark Skin Brother with the super chat again. Angela Cry have a sense. She might as well cry in private. We not trying to hear it. You know what? The thing about what she did, and thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate that. Also, it looks like you done gifted a couple of memberships. So salute to our good brother, Dark Skin Brother, for that. I appreciate it. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you. Man, he said tomatoes for real. Man, so son kissed by the Most High. Yes, indeed. Salute to you. Thank you for being here on this good Saturday. Yeah, that whole move right there. And now she over here talking about how she hated half of Black America or half of America. That's nuts. That is nuts. I'm having a hard time just thinking about the people. I hate. We are to the point to where we are saying we hate other humans for a political candidate that after she lost went on vacation. Y'all are breaking down and she's in Hawaii smiling. Planning the next move while you up there looking like the world is coming to an end. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let's look at this nut. Didn't see that.
I feel the obligation. I feel frustrated. On this half that I hate right now, like the half of the country that I despise.
Despise. Those are strong words. Those are very strong words. Let's salute to our brother for the other gifting another membership. I appreciate that, my good brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Thank you that for the new members. I appreciate that. You despise people. This is without giving anybody the opportunity to be heard about why they feel the way they do. And I can't help but notice every time that point gets brought up, immediately gets dismissed. Rose City in the building. Yeah, Angela Try was seriously tweaking. She's off her rocker, man. And here's the thing. The people that worked on the campaign are telling you, we were lying to you. She never had a chance. But you despise other black folks because they deceived you? Why aren't you mad at the people who fooled you? You're upset at the people that resisted deception. Listen to what she's really talking about. Because as the truth is coming out, they're telling you, hey, we were fooling the people. Trump was winning 400 to basically it was a wash with Biden. I mean, come on, man. We're not being realistic.
And I'm frustrated about that because you don't get and hate. I feel guilty about is knowing that there's not the country and feeling like there has to be a conversation, a come to Jesus, as they say, with so many people, but really not on the same page and point for how to get there. And so I think you guys know I'm fiercely competitive.
The problem is you overcommitted to a party that's not committed to you, and where you should have your everlasting efforts of commitment, you ignored and played second fiddle to. You put blackness on the back burner and you got burned. Simple as that. Dark-skinned brother coming through with the super sticker. I appreciate that, brother. Yes, indeed. The super sticker with the popcorn. Yes, the popcorn emoji. Yes, indeed. I appreciate that, my brother. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. And Church Black Power said, I have a theory that the Democratic Party targets people with mental issues. That's why we're seeing all of these crash outs. And I'm not even mad at her, but we're gonna stop her. Yes, indeed. Now, with what the Church of Black Power just said, that's heavy. And that's something that, like, me and my wife was recently talking about this as well. I do believe that they target people with emotional issues. Because when we talk about psych ops, these people they have the blueprint. And so they have ways of, unfortunately, through the Black church really gives you a true blueprint on how to give nothing for gives nothing for something. So I'm a preacher. And I'm going to tell you that the Lord spoke to me right now. He's telling me that I need 20 people. Listen clearly now. The Lord is speaking right now. I hope you can hear, everybody. The Lord is speaking to his prophet right now. And He's telling me that there's 20 people out here in this service right now that have $1,000 seed that they need to sow in this ministry. If you need your blessing from the Lord, you can't keep a stingy spirit. I got 20 people in the building, 20 people to be obedient to the Lord. Come down right now and give your $1,000. You may have to go into your savings and give it. You may have to put it on your credit card, but the Lord is speaking right now through his prophet. And if you are disobedient, then you know what happens to disobedient children. And the Lord has his punishment. Oh, ain't no vengeance like the Lord's. You have a complete blueprint on how to work black folk. It's right there in front of your face. And what did they do? They turned the Democrats into Jesus. Now, you'll have these conservative loons over here that want to, I'm the conservative. I won't even, because again, I'm not knocking what you're doing. But to escape blackness and then start acting like these people are identifying with blackness over their blueness, oh, that's BS, man. They aren't identifying with blackness. Their religion is their blue coat. And that blue coat leads them back to the supremacy, to which then in turn shows you who they're worshiping. That's the master that they wanted to go right back to. That ain't us. That ain't blackness. That ain't black nationalism or anything of the sort. Stop being cowards. Trying to escape your blackness because I'm a Christian. You are a black man in America. Like it or not. I'm a Christian. That you may be. And no one can take that from you. But there's going to be a lot of people, I guess they say, in the end days that will say, hey, I did this and did all of that in your name. And he say, I know you're not. So you could be one of them too. At the end of the day, I can't judge you to say you were this or that. But what I can say is the evidence is true. These people are more tied into this blue coat than they could ever be tied into blackness. Absolutely not. They are upset that this woman didn't win. She's an Indian woman, Indian Caucasian woman. She's not black. They're forcing the idea of blackness for people to latch on and identify with. And here's what the sad part is. People are doing it. This woman said she despises people for a con artist. Angela Rye. Kamala Harris is a con artist. To say my daddy is African American knowing he's an immigrant? Come on. Come on. Let's stop. It's so hard. I'm so emotional. Jeez. We next, aka Dark Skin Brother, with another gift of the membership. I appreciate that, my good brother. Thank you, man. And again, peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Oh man. See, you understand, folks. I'll tell you, when I tell you I could have been a preacher, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Oh, man, I've been there, done that. And I'm a singer? Come on now. Why you think they wanted me? Come on. Ain't another money maker but a singer preacher. See, if you sin ye, the Lord can't bless you. I heard this fool say. Oh, you know who it was? It was T.D. Jakes. I gave so much to the Lord that I wanted to put the Lord in debt. I said, what is this fool talking about? There's a song that said, you can be God-given, No matter how you try. They say, the more you give, the more he gives to you. Just keep on giving. Yes, I know it's true. You can't be God giving. No matter how you try. I got 20 people in the building. 20 people. You don't be disobedient. You can. Come on now. Come now. Come now. Come on. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Come on. Get out of here. I know the hustle. I know the hustle. Folks, we could be doing something different for the money. But we are here about this Black empowerment. Not crying over a politician that couldn't get in who took $1 billion of folks' money and ended up $20 million in the hole. That's a bad leader. And then on top of that, then there are people tell you, we were deceiving you the entire time. Why are you mad at your own folks? Don't you bring yourself over here to Thanksgiving. Oh, you didn't vote. That was just a vote for Trump. You ain't welcome here for Thanksgiving. What? How many of y'all did that this year? I'm just for real. How many of y'all did that? No, you can't come here. You ain't gonna be doing it. But y'all gonna be right back on church Sunday. Oh Lord, yeah, we going into a new year. Oh man, this man is in office. We need to pray, y'all. We need to have a revival. And at the end of the day, it's just a big old church grift. They gonna grift you into the new year with a slogan. See, this is the revival of the church. Maybe this is what's going to wake the church up. God's people needed a shaking up, and that's why God allowed Donald Trump to be in office. And so what we are going to do is we are going to go into the new year with a new spirit because the church is waking up, and we are coming alive in 25. Say it to your neighbor. We are alive in 25. Telling you the blueprint has been right in front of their faces, and they used it. They used it. And I hope that Black folks, man, family, play this to your church folks. Make sure they see this video. I'm telling you, y'all got worked. Y'all got worked. Why do you think Angela Ryan then says, I went home, y'all, and you went and sat right in front of the church? Because you needed a familiar spirit. The familiar atmosphere of belonging. Come on now. I've been around this thing for a while. Yeah, and so there's some of us that just want to give you the real, true, honest information. We're not selling you anything. We are not hustling you. We are not conning you. We actually do this because we care. And that's why the grassroots and the voices of new Black media are so important. Because everybody out here is not deceived. And salute to all of you who understand the truth and ride with the truth. I appreciate all of y'all.
Over all kinds of ridiculous things. But what I really don't like to do is I don't mind saying I don't know. I don't mind admitting I don't know. I hate going extended period of time and think like the overwhelm. I don't know where to turn to find the answer, right? Like I don't even know if at this point people will be honest about their reasons for voted for because they probably know us or have seen us and wouldn't feel comfortable telling us the truth. So where do you go to solve an I don't know when you're not even confident that people will be honest with you?
Why are you asking people who they voted for? That's another thing that is now new. This is supposed to be a private affair. You get to see now how the hypocrite nature of the Democrats is sickening. You got Michelle Obama and all of these other people encouraging women to vote against their husband because he don't have to listen to what you say. At the end of the day, it's only you alone in that booth, and you have the opportunity to vote the way you want to. And now she's saying, well, I need to know how you voted. Bunch of damn hypocrites. That's what that is. That's and all of this for a person that couldn't have a black agenda. And then tell yourself the stuff that she did was a black agenda. People with sense actually combed through what she was offering. She didn't offer black folks nothing. That thing for black men wasn't nothing. And that thing for black men, by the way, was actually put together. Where is this individual? Put together by this Nigerian tether who has who does a lot of focusing in on, there she is. She does a lot of focusing on so-called misinformation. And she also was one of the heavy people instrumental in Kamala's campaign as well. So again, an African woman who tethers her way into our culture and then undermines black empowerment. And that's who she is. I mean, because at the end of the day, you have to understand when you see people out here, they say when they show you who they is, believe them. I agree. I totally agree. And they'll come over here. Yeah, I came over to America and black Americans treated me so bad. Oh, they don't have any cloud chat. And then that's where they end up dating. You never came over here to get with us. You came over here to get with these people. So let me just play a little bit of what this woman's be talking about so y'all can get a little insight on the games they run in.
It's important to understand why disinformation works, right? Disinformation works on.
She don't sound Nigerian at all now, do she?
All of us, because a lot of our brains work in a very similar way, which is that the more times we hear something, the more likely we are to believe it's true, and the more likely we are to believe other people believe it's true as well. Disinformation is a problem of repetition and amplification. And as the correlation online between content and credibility deteriorates, and credibility is determined by following, as we see with the Black insurrectionists, people are substituting.
Whoa, wait. What did you say? Did you hear that? Who are black insurrectionists? What are black insurrectionists? What does that mean? How did we get there? Black, what? This reminds me of something. This reminds me of FBA as a cult. FBA is a hate group. Maybe I'm tripping. But when I hear that, it just gave me the same feeling. And I remember what my response was to that when I was hearing it back then. Y'all sound like feds. Y'all sound like some CIA plants. Like y'all really trying to get out here and start pushing ideas about black folks. Of course, you know how they do it. by using melanated, especially foundational Black American hating melanated tethers like this one here.
Following for credibility, which is incredibly problematic. So we need to be on the media platforms where we're engaging in, where they have on Black staples of news and culture. Currently, today, media, but is also placed.
It's no. Where's Black Legacy Media? What the hell is he talking about? What is Legacy Black Media? Nobody says it's Roland Martin. He's not even Legacy Media. What are you talking about? But well, they're all of the Black DJs are retired. What is she referring to? Y'all ran Tavis out the paint. Ed Gordon, y'all ran him out the paint. Who? But where has there been a Black Legacy Media? What is she talking about? What is she talking about, family? A Black Legacy Media. That's news to me. What are you talking about? Byron Allen? Or the Griot? Or the Root? What is she talking about? The Shade Room? Because that's who Kamala's campaign paid. Anybody know of Black Legacy Media? What channel is that on in your city? Because we don't get that station here. What affiliate are they? I've never heard of it. What? Oh my goodness. And here she is literally talking about misinformation, but here you are lying on Black folks. That is amazing.
Like the Breakfast Club is also.
You can't be serious. Ma'am, all of those places are hubs of misinformation. What are you saying? What are you saying? Because they're shilling, they're right? Oh, my Lord. Oh, man. And see, they ran Warren Ballantyne out the paint for Rowley. For those who don't know, I'm telling you, the brother who was talking about financial liberty, Brother Warren Ballantyne, they put charges on that cat. Don't think for a second, man. No, they got Warren Ballantyne out the pizzazz. And that's how Roland Martin got on. For those who were watching, so she's talking about Legacy Media. Okay, let's go back to about 2005-ish. So up and through, I guess, 2008, somewhere around, I think 2009 is when the first Sign of Trouble came out. And then Michael Imhotep was trying to get his network popping at the time. There was no net. Man, Roland Martin wasn't even thinking about having nothing independent at the time. So it's funny how tables have turned. Roland Martin was able to get his stuff popping. And now Michael Imhotep is pretty much, getting his stuff off on Roland Martin's platform. Go figure. But Roland Martin was, he was a fill-in guy for Warren Ballantyne every now and then. But Warren Ballantyne had a solid following. And I don't know where he was, they felt he was going off. I have a feeling, and a lot of us had feelings that the fact that he was telling Black people how to get out of debt, that because again, giving financial advice to help Black folks win, it got him out the paint. So that should be just telling you on the lightweight end of things where Roland Martin is. Roland Martin was like, oh, cool, shoot, the job opened up, I'll take it. And hold on real quick, family. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh boy. Yeah, you said Warren Ballantyne was spitting game. Warren Ballantyne gave a lot of information out there. And they got him up out of there. Steve Harvey came out. And family, does anybody know who was on the radio first? Was D.L. Hughley on the radio before Steve Harvey? Because that's what I'm curious about. For some reason, I remember D.L. Hughley being on the radio before Steve Harvey. Maybe I'm incorrect. Somebody help me. I'm not certain. Really, Steve Harvey came in right around the time they took him off. And Tavis and Ed Gordon, yeah, they ran them out the paint. So for those who might not remember or know, back when Bob Johnson still owned BET, they were phasing out the news then. Okay, Church Black Power. You said you thought it was Steve. Good, yeah. I'm maybe he came back with another. It's like I remember him being on the radio for some reason. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else that just reminds me of him. Son kissed by the Most High. How can a lineage be a hate group? Great question. And why is this woman doing anything for Kamala Harris? Again, let's remember this woman here who just mentioned about all of these black disinformation is literally working for Kamala Harris.
In our research, when you go onto these platforms, you are far more likely Black skeptic audiences to young Black audiences to the exact audiences we need to make a difference in this election. And you're far more likely to stem the flow of disinformation.
Yeah, only problem is you put a woman, the biggest thing about disinformation in this campaign that you guys can't accept and many of your ilk can't accept is that Kamala Harris ain't Black. Never has been, never will be. And so to have her cosplaying turns a lot of people off. And again, you won't accept that. So I guess it's not disinformation. The disinformation is she's Black. Sean King should be pissed off right now at y'all. Sean King should be pissed. It was Steve. His morning show came in 2000. Okay, Steve was out of Cali first. Okay. Black Spider said it's not a hate group just because the enemy says so. Facts. And so here, let me read this little article here from The Hill about what this ex-aide had to say. It says former White House aide Megan Hayes said the Walsh-Harris campaign is unfairly pinning blame on the media for its loss in the presidential election. Now, see how they keep doing the disinformation and all of this? They keep running with that narrative as if somebody was misinformed and their campaign was just the greatest thing on earth. Hayes, who has served as White House Director of Message Planning from January 21 until August of 2022, was responding to remarks from Harris campaign chair Jenny O'Malley Dillon on the podcast Save America earlier this week. O'Malley Dillon said the narrative was that Vice President Harris was afraid of doing more interviews early in her brief campaign was quote, completely BS, and criticized the journalist from whom the vice president eventually did sit down with. We would do an interview, and Stephanie's point, the questions were small and processy, and about, like she said before, Stephanie Cutter, a senior advisor on the Harris campaign, cut in. Dumb, Cutter said of the interview questions. Hayes, during a Friday Fox News appearance highlighted by Grabian, said the narrative started for a reason. She did not do an interview for the first 30-some days. I think that media latched on to that. And when they did ask her a question, it was more about what she wasn't doing in the interviews. Like answering questions. Because every time you asked her a question, she refused to answer it and danced around and gave you a bunch of word salad. But that, again, you're playing into the narrative there. So I do think they missed the mark on this. I do think they could have had more of a local media strategy. They could have had more interviews that they did do. What is happening? O'Malley Dillon added on the podcast that their frustration with the media raised fundamental quotes about how campaigns are covered. They were not informing a voter who was trying to listen to learn more, or to understand, she said. We heard she grew up in the middle class 1,000 times. That can't be the answer to every question. That's what we all witnessed her do, to the point to where people make jokes and spoof videos about it. So to like, this reads grossly out of touch. And I'm not here to say that you know the whole system was focused on us incorrectly. I'm just saying, like, again, of the things we need to explore as we move forward as a campaign and as a country. That does a disservice to voters, she continued. Hayes advised the campaign and its allies against playing, quote, the blame game. So I don't necessarily think that the blame game is set in the right direction either, but I understand that they are in a spot to where they have to explain why they lost. So I understand why they are blaming somebody, I guess. Cutter also noted during the podcast how much Harris's inability to break away from President Biden proved problematic in retrospect. She said the vice president, out of loyalty and tradition, was unwilling to be seen as publicly criticizing the president. So our focus, let's look to the future. Let's describe her and her approach to things. Let's use politics, future-looking policies to demonstrate that, Cutter said. But in the end, you know, we've all seen the data. It's too many people thought that you'd be a continuation, which the economy was, what the economy was, you know, like an incumbent killer. Exit polls show Harris lost voters whose top issues were the economy and immigration. They didn't run on any of those points. They ran on abortion. They ran a campaign that was completely out of touch with the people. And we're watching black folks flame out, especially on other black folks. Watching them flame out on black men. I mean, there's some. I gotta play a little bit for y'all. I gotta play it. Here's another reason why the Democrats are losing. Your supporters, Democrats. If anybody at the DNC, when you think tanks are listening, I've already told you. Like, if y'all noticed, they fired half the staff over there at DNC. 2/3 of the DNC staff has been fired before Christmas. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Democrats don't give a damn. They're like, y'all get out of here. They cutting jobs left and right over there, family. But there was a little Zoom call that I seen, and I believe this was leading up to the election. The Shields family, I'm telling you, it's the Shields that really lost it for them. And yeah. Yeah.
So wait, Reese, let's just rewind here. You mean to tell me this man turned down a meeting with Senator Kamala Harris?
Yes. And then he lied, apparently, on Roland Martin last night. Because he said that nobody reached out to him. They said, we'll get back to you after the election, according to him. And in 2018, he said that he wasn't, well, where were you in 2018? But Roland asked him, well, let's look. He was with Steve Bannon in 2018, actually. So, you know,
I think the Biden, and to be clear, the Biden campaign met with Ice Cube. Okay, so they did meet with him, and I don't know if they didn't articulate to him that what's in his agenda is actually in the Black agenda.
It was not actually what was in his agenda. See, now this is the other thing. Again, like I said, this is the reason why Democrats are losing. And you wonder why you're losing Black support? It's because this is the Black people that you have coming around Black America promoting your candidates. And these people are out of touch. They're willing to sit up here and lie on Ice Cube. And then what these little numbskulls are doing is trying to act like Ice Cube is a nobody in our society. Ice Cube is a celebrity, but he's far from a nobody. And that's what I find to be very, very interesting. Oh, I missed that. Let's see. Got the this big super chat from We Next, aka Dark Skin Brother. Yes, indeed. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, my good brother. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours, man. I appreciate it coming through with the big super chat. Yes, indeed. And I seen Mr. Power Tool in here too. So salute to all of the handles. Yes. Okay, so let's hear a little more of this lying session they doing because they just straight lied on Ice Cube. And when did they meet with Ice Cube? Well, behind the camera? No, they didn't. No, they did not meet with Ice Cube. That's a lie. They did not meet with Ice Cube.
Or if he's just being disingenuous, I know that they said that they agree with 85% of it. So whatever the courtship or the messaging was with him, maybe it's too sophisticated for him to have, picked up on what they were talking about it.
See, again, now we're going to say that a multi-millionaire businessman who has been a movie mogul and has made millions over time is for some reason all of a sudden ignorant. And they're talking to him and he doesn't understand because his little ghetto mind is just too minuscule to understand the big words that the Democratic Party is using about how they're going to do something for Black people. They didn't need to use any words. They just really needed to pass some bills. So what were those bills there, sis? There's a whole congressional black caucus. Why on earth would an outsider need to be presenting anything to the president for a black agenda for black America in the first place? I guess we didn't analyze that part neither, while we're going to go keep repeatedly insulting this brother for actually standing and speaking for black America. Reese Colbert, you absolutely have a problem with reality. And don't think that women too can't be served up a nice gallon jug of Sambo.
Sambo, Sambo, Sambo.
Y'all got to understand what the new wave sassy Sambo sounds like. They don't sound like, hey, y'all. No, what they doing is because they have picked a brand of whiteness to kiss ass to. That doesn't make it different. That's all they did was picked a different brand of white folks to kiss ass. That's all this is.
But they did make the effort. And in addition to that meeting, Ice Cube was invited to a meeting with other black men of prominence who are, like I said, a little
comedians and entertainers. And we're not there to have a conversation about black America. So again, Reese, you lied. The Biden administration never met with Ice Cube about his agenda. That did not happen. I don't understand where she got that from. How'd y'all sit up here and lie like that? Just lied on that man. That didn't happen.
inflammatory. And he declined that meeting.
Of course he did.
That meeting was with Kamala Harris personally. And we know Kamala, for instance, she reached out during the primaries to Luke, who was very disrespectful and very critical of her. So we know that she's willing to make herself available and have these tough conversations. And yet.
Did she say Luke? The other page, see how they have these shields and then they refer, one shield refers to another shield and acts like they weren't shilling, but they were both all shilling at the same time. All of you people were getting money from the DNC. This is what I'm talking about. How can anyone ever trust these individuals again? But black folks is crazy.
He could fly across country to be in a meeting with Jared Kushner for 3 hours. But then he didn't want to admit to it when Roland asked him, who did you meet with? He did not mention the president's son-in-law and senior advisor. That's suspect.
First off, if there was any person that you would want to reach out to, if you were Ice Cube from California and you were looking to make inroads into this administration as a black person, the first person you should have been reaching out to, because you know she gonna have to say something, is Kamala Harris. Just based on the era she grew up in, where she comes from, you already know, just based on clout alone, that you should be able to get enough of an impact to where she got to respond, and y'all can meet and have a conversation and do that. So the fact you would.
I can't stand bitch ass niggas. And I just gotta say it. I'll say it like that. Bruh. Number one, they didn't meet with Ice Cube. And then they had a meeting to steer around with D.L. Hughley and Ricky Smiley. What meeting, what serious talk for Black America were you going to have in any kind of Zoom meeting with D.L. Hughley and Ricky Smiley? We see what them fools is about. Everybody you talking about was on the payroll. And then y'all set this up. See, this is all a move against Black empowerment. Family, don't never forget these faces. This is the B team anti-Black empowerment agenda squad too. Never forget these folks. Too Loud and Too Wrong, Reese Colbert, Drew, whatever the hell his name is, this Sydney woman down here, and Maya Contreras. I don't even know why the hell you have her on this platform. She ain't even Black. I'm Afro-Latina and I speak for the Afro-Latinas. Stop. Drew comments, man, when he should have did, I mean, for clout, he could have talked to Kamala Harris. Why did he talk to Kamala when she had him and played him to the left for a serious meeting to be in a Zoom call with a bunch of entertainers and rappers? Oh, I know, because see, let's people got to understand what all goes into this. And I don't think people have been honest enough. Let's just do some flashbacking.
Best rapper alive.
Tupac.
He's not a, you said he lives on.
But not a lot. I know. I keep just.
Let's go ahead and clean that up for her, Angela. Say it again.
Best rapper alive.
Tupac.
He's not a, you said he lives on.
But not a lot. I know. I keep just.
You said, listen, West Coast girls think Tupac lives on. I'm with you. I'm with you. So Tupac, keep going.
Keep doing that. Who would I say? I mean, there's so many. I mean, you know.
Right, Five Dog?
There are some that I would not mention right now because they should stay in their lane. But others I
know what that means. I want to know who one of those are.
Keep moving.
All
Keep moving, Angela.
All right. That was not supposed to be a stumper either. What about
they never are. That wasn't supposed to be a stumper. Wow. Ooh, who couldn't have figured that one out there, Angela? And then there was another little interesting clip about Angela Rye that I caught that I said, oh, well, this is very interesting. Y'all, check this out. If y'all know,
if you follow the narrative, it is very much about we can only talk about reparations and issues specific to Black Americans who are not immigrants, because when other people come here, they're not looking out for our best interests. Or by Russia. And I'm not saying that everyone who uses that hashtag now is a Russian bot, but I believe it originated from Russian bots in the same way that some of the stuff around the crime bill happened in 2016. There was some lower.
so the same person who says that
I'm very emotional. I think that I feel the obligation. I feel frustrated, honestly, with myself, because I spent so much time over the last couple weeks just focusing on the half that I hate right now. Like,
yeah, you were already hating Angela Rye. Yeah, and you definitely shouldn't expect anybody to vote for your party when you're up here looking to sabotage Black folks like that. Oh, no. Oh, the reparations conversation, the delineation, I think that came from Russian bots. I mean, I'm not saying everybody who's delineating is a Russian bot, but I mean, delineation? Oh, that's dangerous. For who? Because right now they're talking about mass deportation or Hispanic Black people. How? Yeah, by some way. Can't really say how, but I don't know, but it will. Doggone it. Yeah. Unhinged. And so let me play Jennifer Lewis. And because I have some after this in response. But real quick, if we could, salute to the family who made this. I believe that's Brother Arthur. Disband the Congressional Black Caucus. Who needs a caucus that doesn't represent you? I know I don't. And for those who didn't know, NBC reported that 68% of Native Americans voted for Trump based on their 2024 election polls. Exit polls, that is. So that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Let me ask you this. What about what they've said in terms of Black, particularly Black men and Latinos, supported him more than they have in the past? Why do you think that is? And what do you have to say to Black men and Latinos who were not in favor of supporting Kamala Harris?
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. When your favorite niece and your 13-year-old daughter, the next door neighbor, and she tries to abort that baby inside of her.
As a responsible father, number one, my daughter would not be hanging around in these conditions because I was raised that you don't put young girls in those positions in the first place. I get that don't get me wrong. I understand things happen. But it's been a general practice, especially, just in my lifetime. Little girls don't get put in those situations. You're not leaving her with an adult male. Now, like I said, I totally get that it happens. Don't get me wrong. It does. But for those of us who you're actually talking about, you're talking about people who have active roles in their families and communities. So again, you're not talking about the Pookie and Ray Rays here. So let's see what Jennifer Lewis has to say about the working class Black American man.
From a rape, you're going to regret that. They want to keep women in their place. It's so disgusting. I can't even put words to them voting for her. They didn't vote for her, didn't vote because she was a woman. They didn't care that she was smart and powerful, educated, beautiful, kind, joyful, fearless.
Far from fearless when you hide for over 40 days. When every interview is softball, paid for questions. No, that doesn't exude strength in the least. Where is that strength? Doesn't make sense to call that strength. I'm just saying, it just doesn't. And why isn't this charging? Let's stop charging. Okay. All of the things that she just listed off are none of the things we saw exemplified. So here's the thing that they're also doing is they're trying to sell everybody on a false delivery. She was this, and men didn't vote for her because she's a woman, and so they didn't like that she was this, she was that, she was this, she was that, she was this, she was that. What black man told you that to be true, Jennifer Lewis? Here's the problem that you have, Jennifer Lewis, and this is, I guess, let's call it, this might be the problem that the Democrats are having. Instead of understanding what black men needed to see, black men wanted, black men will come out and vote for, you should talk to black men instead. This is what we get. And you wanted us to empower an attitude against us like this, based on something that has absolutely nothing to do with our position. You repeatedly keep getting told what the issues were, and because you keep looking at it in your view, you can't hear anybody. But they showed you with the votes. Now the Democrats in the party are telling you, we knew we were losing. But here is Jennifer Lewis saying, you didn't vote for her because you hate black women. Now you're trying to hold on to some silly gender divide. This is what it looks like when you have lost yourselves. And you can't tell us that we hate ourselves, ma'am. You don't have black men in your history. You're a serial bad wench. So I'm not listening to Granny Bad Wench tell me nothing about black men. Tell me about why white men voted for Donald Trump. You would have better insight with that discussion. Why are you asking her about black men, Stephen A. Smith? What does she know? Really, what does Jennifer Lewis know about what black men think? She ain't got no black husband. She gonna go ask was it Toni Morrison? Why do black men think this, Toni Morrison? Oh, I don't know. Let me go ask the white man I lay up with. Kamala Harris, why do black men not rock with you? I don't know. Let me go ask the white man I lay up with. Ketanji Brown Jackson, why don't black men rock with you? I don't know. Let me go ask the white man I lay up with. Black men is you must hate this woman's strength. Where's her allegiance to us? Oh, well, yeah, she didn't choose no black man, but I mean, come on. You know, that's neither here nor there. Maybe she, let me get my Michael Eric Dyson off. Now, see, maybe people weren't enjoying her melanated brown skin, absorbing on all the caramel, chocolatey, good syrupy goodness, smelling like Merlot. And now all of it, you just hate black women. Stop.
She would have taken care of this country. She would protect.
She didn't take care of the border, ma'am. She's been in office for a few years, if you didn't know. Newsflash. She is supposed to. So she's not the border czar. She is the border czar. Acting border czar. You have an incoming border czar coming in, and now everybody's actually acting as if an incoming border czar will deport people. Go figure. It's the exact same gig, but it's so different now that this guy is coming back to the job that Obama initially hired him for. So it's not that Joe Biden would be foreign to this fella, but oh well. Let's blame black men.
The people. She would have surrounded herself with great minds.
Then shouldn't that have been happening within these years? She gets to pick the people that work for her. So where are these great minds now? She would have picked great minds. She's been there this time. Why did people quit on her? There was a woman from Atlanta that did a quick little stint working for the White House. Anybody remember who that was? Anybody remember the black woman from Atlanta who went to the White House? Anybody remember her name? Yeah. So this little part just seemed to just everybody forgot about that one, huh? Yeah, just remember somebody got up out of there though, real quick. Real quick. Y'all remember Simone Sanders? She did the same thing. Got out of there real quick. And then the communications director for Kamala Harris, she quit. Because black women said it was a toxic and strenuous environment working for Kamala Harris. Do y'all forget that people came out talking about how it was working for Kamala Harris? This is when there was no thoughts and talks of her ever being running for president or being in that job. Y'all remember this? They want to talk to you like you don't know who this woman is. This is all within these last 3 and 4 years. Come on, man. What are we supposed to have missed? These folks ran from this woman. They gave up their political careers in Washington to get the hell away from Kamala Harris. She's not pleasant to be around. Her staff has quit on her multiple times. There have been multiple stories about how she could not keep staff. But she's going to surround herself by the right people. She's not.
But keeping women in their place was more important to them. And black men, that was just shocking because, honey, he's going to give the military and the police permission to shoot you in your back and there will be no immunity.
That's not how it works, you nut. You will be able to give you the cops and the soldiers in the street will come and shoot you in your back. Oh my Lord, how did they let this loon out? Gonna come get you. This woman is nuts, man. This woman is off her rocker, man, for real. You understand me? Yeah, they doing that right now. Right, crew. They doing that right now. And see, people keep talking to us like something new was happening. Family, the atrocities that black men have faced in this country when it comes down to white male police targeting, starting all the way back with the slave laws. What on earth puts us in that mind state to say there's something that they would do now that we should fear more? That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy talk.
So, baby, y'all done fucked up.
Okay.
You took every right from your children. Once again, there will be no social security and pensions and rights. This thing has said you will never have to vote again. He's going to be in charge of the military. We have fucked up.
Oh my God.
End of story.
You don't think it was a simple situation of looking at the economy, looking at inflation, looking at crime and saying, excuse me, providing and protecting as men, that's what we want. And as a result of that, I mean, I voted for her. I wasn't voting for him. But
how many of y'all believe that? Do y'all believe Stephen A. Smith voted for her? Y'all really believe he voted for her? I don't. That doesn't even fit his tax bracket. Why would he do that? He ain't stupid. I don't know if Stephen A. Smith is married and got kids or not, but he's old enough to have kids that he might need to even be paying tuition. So if that was the case, then he ain't voting for Kamala Harris. I guarantee you that. Ain't no man with grown children voting for that. That's another thing. You didn't take this into consideration. How many of those of us super predators actually are family men and fathers with children that are grown? So we have other concerns. I got a son in college right now. Like, there are a lot of things that are going on with this people in my age range. We are adult children out here. We are worried about. We have some have almost graduating kids, and some people might still have small children or middle schoolers, but at the end of the day, we are concerned about an entirely different thing. Everything that Jennifer Lewis is talking about is completely irrelevant to raising a damn family. And it's like Stephen A. said, Stephen A. and Eve, come on. Stop it. No, you didn't. And not to mention, Jennifer Lewis, what about the 91 million plus people that didn't vote at all and they voted for the couch? Oh, okay. Stephen isn't married, but he got 4 well-known kids. I know you heard of the Ninja Turtles. Oh, Church of Black Power. Oh, Lord, let's get through this. Woo-wee.
Speaking to men who felt differently, they didn't think about Roe v. Wade. They didn't think about stuff. They thought about the economy, money in their pockets, and safety in the streets.
Well, listen,
it couldn't have been as simple as that.
First of all, do you see women breaking in people's houses?
Yes. Not to mention, I got a whole ring cam. Let me tell you about the white women I can see. Oh boy, white women like stealing. Porch pie, have your porch pies as white women. The little old white women that you be like, oh, it couldn't be her. I'm looking out here to see what niggas done stole my package. You better look on your camera. You won't see that old white woman coming right over there taking your shit off your porch like it ain't nothing. I ain't saying, oh, white women still out here. No. But what I'm going to tell you is the ones you be least suspecting, that's going to be exactly you going to see. I mean, I'll never forget me and my wife. This is some years back now. Me and my wife was out. And from where we're standing, we could see somebody's porch and literally watching this woman come out of her front door, walk to her neighbor's house after the Amazon or FedEx truck leave or whatever, and pick their stuff up and walk right back up into their house. And ran over there in the bathrobe, by the way. So you looking out the window, ooh, let me go get this. I'm like, okay. Now, granted, maybe they were picking it up for their neighbor, and their neighbor and communicated with them and said, can you get my package? Just being fair. But, I don't know how many people that have to be looking a little suspicious, helping out their neighbor, but okay. Just being fair, like I said. And Stephen A. Smith is giving her another, couldn't it be this? No. Them dirty. Look, it's just like Sonny Holston. It's the same thing. They are having a hell of a time saying black men don't care about none of the crap you're talking about. This are the issues that people are saying. Is women breaking in houses? Yes.
You see women shooting each other in the streets.
Are women shooting each other in the streets? Yes. Have you seen some of these videos? It happens, very much so. And again, I don't even understand what connection that has to do with anything. Like, how does she get here? I mean, truth be told, talking about, do you see women out here shooting each other in the street? Remy Ma, anybody? Ain't that what she did some time for too? Shot a friend, right? So yeah, it happens. It's not act like it doesn't. Ain't that? Oh, also, Cardi B homegirl. Yeah, wasn't she caught up in a case too? So come on now. Let's not act like girls ain't out here banging, thugging it. Well, what you out of town, thugging women around? Then when I told y'all now, first seen that trash, this is gonna be they're gonna be pumping this like nobody's tomorrow, man. And what do you see now? Sexy red all over the place. Garbage.
They voted because they voted for Trump because, I hate saying his name. They voted for him because they hate themselves. And they see this thing as powerful, that he's going to.
That is the biggest myth of a black feminist ever. And they get so wrapped up into this lie. Jennifer Lewis, I would love, and all other black feminists, I would love for you to explain why black men of all people would be looking to Donald Trump as a sign of strength or power over themselves. Why would they be? Black men consistently have been envied throughout the years. I don't think these black feminists wrap their minds around it. You know, I had a conversation not too long ago. I don't think certain people understand what real men are really like, because they spend so much time around men that cater to the emotional side of things. Not to say that, you're supposed to be walking around here ice cold all the damn time. No. But my saying is this. Me and my wife had a conversation. It's like, I can go anywhere in this city and these white men have a firm understanding of what they're dealing with. When I be seeing some of these places where I'm hearing black men talk about what they gonna do, and man, white man, there's too many white people around here. Like, what the hell are you scared of? And so when Jennifer Lewis says this, I can say, okay, you might see it that way because you spend a lot of time around those type of patty type of men. And at the end of the day, that's not the average black man. So just because you got too raw and too real over there, and you like, well, I think some black men, ma'am, what Stephen A. Smith is talking about are the men that are opposite of this dude's persuasion. So I know that when you see men like this, and you would say they would refer to him as strength, we don't. Why the hell would we do? Mike Tyson just fought the white boy Jake Paul. Is anybody out here saying how strong that white boy was? Have anybody seen any posts and talk about, man, Jake Paul's hella strong. He just overpowered Mike Tyson. Anybody? But man, y'all just see the strength in Donald Trump. Well, y'all freaking knock it off. No black man envies any white man that he can whoop. Where the hell do you get this soft nonsense from? Y'all need to stop dealing with these Twinkie boys, because these boys is full of cream and soft as cake. I don't understand what y'all so used to that you get out here and start thinking Trump won because we hate you so much. We don't got no time to be thinking about what nobody else doing. We are target numero uno, ma'am. Don't nobody come to our rescue. What the hell are you talking about? This idea that black men are looking to Trump for something. If anything, we are looking at the opportunity for some financial freaking relief. And you can't wrap your mind around the fact that black men are looking out for their household finances just based on I get up every day and go work for someone else. What the hell is wrong with these nuts? Out of touch. And this is why I entitled this one, this Unhinged Crash Out. She's in a different world. I know my parents love me. Tell me how me come what may. This is the parents that we are now, sending our children out into the world. And thank God she's an actress and not a teacher.
Move mountains for them and make them rich. And unfortunately, black men, they want a man. They were saying, I'm voting for the man. Well, we're going to see about that. And don't think we're all not at fault. All of us. We went to our jobs and came home and sat on the sofa and watched movies of destruction. Superman, Batman, the end of this, Armageddon. Well, all of that social consciousness has brought us here. So now, like I said, Lex Luthor is finally in the fucking White House. What are you going to do about it?
Let me ask you.
So to address that, Lex Luthor is in the White House. And actually, Lex Luger is the wrestler. Lex Luthor is headed towards the White House, again, for the second time after the American public voted him in. That's how this process works, which actually goes to show that he actually needs to participate in democracy to be there. This isn't a coup. Oh, that's right. The coup was actually what you're crying about, that who we didn't vote for. So the fact that we didn't actually vote for a coup is the problem. The hypocrisy and irony is off the charts. Oh my God. You didn't vote for the version we instilled. Instead, you voted for the person who was primaried and won his primary. Oh, what's wrong with you? Am I missing something here? Oh my God. Black America. This go around, we as a whole, there's like this faction, and I'm glad we made such a clear distinction of us and the 2/3, because good grief. And now even the mainstream legacy media has to recognize that we got people are listening to us, and we absolutely do not identify as Democrat. That self-identification thing is done. Listen to Roland Martin, Democrats. He's correct there. We are black first, not Democrats. That's the motto. So all he's telling you is what we're telling you. Now, again, he didn't tell you anything that you can't get from here, so you don't need to pay him anything. But what you do need to understand is you spend $91 million in a week to get Raphael Warnock over the hump of Herschel Walker. If you guys didn't take that as a sign you were in trouble, I don't know what to tell you. And let me tell you something. Salute, salute, salute to our brother, Greg Marcel Dixon, because the chain reaction that you see today of everything imploding was started with us backing that brother. Trust me, him being the vehicle going straight at Clyburn changed everything. Oh, you guys just got these little bitty votes. How the Democrats doing right now, though? Hello, my name is beatzillapdx Official. My title, Political Marketing Strategist. First thing I marketed was the new black media. And through the new black media was the vehicle that brought you, our good brother, Greg Marcel Dixon, and the vanguard right here that y'all have known to come to know and love. And we are trucking yet still ever forward. Foot to the floor. Salute Queen Now. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it so much. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here on this good Saturday. Yes, indeed. We got our sister One Who Cares in the building too. I see you. All right. Yes, indeed, 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 indeed. I see y'all. Thank y'all for being here on this good Saturday. Extreme X, I see you in the building. Yeah. All right. So I wanted to play that. And Muff Moon, yes indeed. Thank you for that. Red to the came back surprise. Thanks again. Yes indeed. And salute to Dark Skinned Brother for gifting the memberships. And thank you. Welcome, Muff Moon. You know, I'm thinking I'm keep your notifications on members. I might be doing something real quick. It won't be a long live for the members. I'm probably not going to do it today. We need to order some dinner around here. Boy, you know what? We plan for, again, like we don't really worry about day holidays, but we take advantage of the time, of family time together. And this year is like our first year being like semi-empty nesters. And so we're like, hey, y'all take this food when y'all leave. Because we're not going to be doing a whole bunch of that. So we done sent a few plates out here Thursday. Then my youngest son been back to pretty much dust off the rest. So we ordering out tonight. That's a good thing though, man. Hopefully you guys had a good time with your family. I said, you know, like white man's holiday. Man, just to take the time to enjoy your folks. Screw his holiday. We know what the damn day is all about. But just like our brother Professor Black Truth says, also you need to make sure you show up for your holy days. One of those being the month of April. This good new Black Media Appreciation Month. And then we also we have actually Tariq Nasheed. We're coming up on his the day that he has started. I need to, what is it, 24th? Said start Christmas Eve, because I know Kwanzaa starts 26th. Not a lot of people, of course, is in the Kwanzaa. Can totally understand that. But the days that we prescribe, we need to start holding on to those and making those a part of our culture. And because again, see, like how you got some even the later, even in the Bible with the some of the later celebrations. The later celebrations came by way of like, so Hanukkah, you know, these aren't Mosaic. Those came later. But the people as a whole recognizing, hey, the Lord done shined on us, done blessed us to be in this position. We got this victory. Let's remember this day. And at the end of the day, family, I want y'all to understand, man, that y'all have put the world on notice. 91 freaking million people said no tangibles, no vote. I'm not doing the lesser of two evils. That means that our message here at the Black Grassroots didn't just stay in the Black Grassroots. That means it spread. Why do you think now it's all of a sudden very important for everybody to be identifying as Black? We have Nigerians getting turned away. I did that story yesterday. Nigerians are being turned away from coming to America. You will not come here and tether. See, if America knows the next generation is only pushing reparations even that much harder, then this is a new day. And you're not going back to the old church Negroes. The Black church is helping itself on out the door. And they're almost to the point of no return. And some of the videos that I've watched by some of these Christian commentators here lately, because some of these videos have popped up in my feed, and I just found them very, very interesting. I'm like, man, this is what they teaching in these churches these days? Because I had to see what is making our folks so susceptible to be like duped. And then have them internalize it as if them not allowing themselves to be duped is an L. We gotta, and I know the 2/3 is meant, that's just is what it is. But it is amazing to observe and watch all these crash outs and the detachment from reality. You're watching people just leave the planet. Their reality is so distorted. It's like they have turned themselves into a perpetual state of euphoric delusion. And we broke them out of it. You had the church talking about being pro-abortion. What? Seeing some of these, what these preachers will sell you. One preacher said, I hate studying. And y'all put him in a position to have a mega church? Yeah, I hate studying to preach. And that's what you want? You want this. Yes, give us the gimmicks. There's some scriptures in the Bible, especially around that book of Isaiah, that starts with woe. I guess if anything, just go look at the 5th chapter, somewhere around the 20th verse. Do yourself a favor and spare yourself. Because I can't imagine for the life of me how you don't think you're calling evil good and good evil. For us to look out for one another, that is bad to y'all. Y'all are calling that negative. Something's wrong with you. And to say that we want to look out for our community and build our community and empower our community. No, you just hate women and you want to keep women in their place. Kamala Harris is not a Black woman. The drunk auntie that you see out here is a drunk Indian woman. She's the drunk Indian Caucasian woman. Family, make sure we get this message out. That is not a Black woman, and her failures do not have any bearing on Black women of America. They keep now trying to mesh her into being an African American. She's not. And they doing that to disparage y'all, sisters. I hope y'all understand every negative thing that's coming with all of these Black women attached to Kamala Harris and her fake ass not being Black self. Her everything that she does is going to be lumped onto y'all's back as if it's you. And I do not want to see that happen, because that is absolute hogwash, and it is a trick of the damn devil. And that is why we are proactive here and calling out the BS that they keep trying to dump on us. And we have to fight against that. You understand me? Because we're not doing none of that. We now said all praises to God, Yahweh. Send all of these illegal alien tethers back home to their shithole countries, continents, so they can fix their homelands. Go home, Nigerians, Jamaicans, and all others. Yes, indeed. The only way you could ever come to and say, well, we are all of one, well, then I would have to hear a few things from you. And I just took it back to the biblical setting. So if you guys can comprehend what that is, all right. But we're not giving away no kings to the kingdom. That boat is sailed. You understand? The boat is sailed. The inkhorn is put back in its place. And I don't know what y'all gonna do, because there was something that was very clear. You're showing 2/3 and 1/3. I don't know what y'all need. And think of what they were pushing. Spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, under the guise of freedom. Well, in the spirit of Daniel 12 and in the spirit of Revelations, let me say, Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall, and let us rise. Can you dig it? Mark Anthony said it's almost like that vampire in Brooklyn when that preacher was telling his congregation that evil is good. Bishop J. Drew Shear and Bishop Talbert Swan, woe to you who call evil good and good evil. Some of y'all might think that, hey, that's too much, and you can't say that about the preacher. Today was Kamala Harris. I'm not certain how they are going to try to package this as the future, but you best know this is what is headed your way. And she has nothing but contempt for Black empowerment, and she will do anything to get on. So never forget how it starts, who helps, and whose back they use. So run interference just to go all the way left. And in the meantime, between time, you can have a fortune stone. You can vote for me for governor next time. Right? Look out. I'm coming, Oakland. I'll be in Sacramento. I'll find you now. And last but not least, stay off that narcotic. But that's too rough. That's too harsh. Nothing could possibly be as bad as the crap that this dude actually put out. And I'm not going to play that on this broadcast because I don't want to get the strike. That'll be with me and the members. We're going to do that in the members area, family, because we also want to look at some of these crash out spaces on why these tethers are so upset that all of a sudden we're not on Black. They pushing flat blackness. Like, hey, look at this shit there. They Black. They just like this. They look like what? We look the same. Sorry. I'm going to tell you in the famous words of the great, incomparable, late Mac Dre. That's not my job. But you may disagree. Well, I speak for myself, Beatzilla PDX official. The Beatzilla PDX official show. Those of you in the chat, the grassroots and the voices of new black media. I think I am safe to say I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
And of course, you can't get here to America, get around us to even tether anymore because a lot of that is being cut off. And come January, and what the brother asked today, can we make January 21st, 2025, the official mass deportation day? And I say, Martin Luther King holiday 2025, there's a lot of people that need to pack up that suitcase, wrap their scarves around their neck, and wave America goodbye. Because America on the 20th of January will be the sign to all of these illegals. The next day, 2025, the 21st, will be National Mass Deportation Day. Hashtag fire up the job.
Happy birthday, we're celebrating you today. Like Dr. King holiday, we ain't gonna do any work today. Happy birthday today. It's your beautiful day, and we gonna party all day like it's a freaking holiday.
Yes, indeed, family. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket by way of donation, you could do so at CashApp, $beatzillapdx. Of course, we also have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And with that being said, family, thank y'all for tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. I greatly appreciate everyone that tuned in. Thank you for all of the super chats and all of the Cash App donations. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on each and every one of you. And as we say here, y'all keep y'all smooth, 3 smooth stones at the ready, and keep your slingshot nearby. Yes, indeed. That's what I need to do right there. Stay black. Stay vigilant. Stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Y'all have a blessed rest of your weekend and great start to the week. Peace, y'all.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knocked out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.